press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello students, welcome to the part 6th of the chapter sequences and series. In the last session we were talking about an important sequence, that is what, geometric progression and the definition and the general form of the geometric progression, GP, right. So, GP, geometric progression is a sequence of numbers in which the ratio of consecutive terms is constant and it is called as common ratio, or in other words we can define like this. Geometric progression is a sequence of numbers in which the ratio of the current term and the preceding term is constant, and that constant we take it as common ratio and it is denoted by R. And we have seen the general form of geometric progression. So, when you take A as a non-zero constant, you mean first term, then second term will be equal to AR, and third term will be AR square, and fourth term will be AR cube, and so on, and nth term will be AR power of n minus 1, where n is the number of terms and R is the common ratio, A is the first term. Okay. So, nth term, general term of this sequence is given by an is equal to AR into A into R power of n minus 1. This is what the general term of the GP sequence. And after that we have seen some results. You mean for any two consecutive terms, an by an minus 1 is always constant and it is taken as R, even common ratio. And to find the succeeding term, you have to multiply R with the current term. Okay. And to get the preceding term, you have to divide the current term by R. Okay. So, these are the things we discussed in the last session. Okay. Now, let me move on to finding GP series, right. So today I am going to discuss about how to find sum of n terms of geometric progression and also sum of infinite terms of geometrical progression, right. So now, we know that, so for a non-zero constant A, if A is the first term, AR, second term, AR square, AR cube, and so on. So AR power of n minus 1 is GP. Okay, now sum of n terms is given by Sn is equal to, I am adding all these things, all these terms, A plus AR square and so on, plus A into R power of n minus 1. Take it as equation 1. Okay. Now, let me multiply, where R is a non-zero constant, let me multiply R on both sides of the equation. You get R into Sn is equal to, here you get A into R, AR, plus this is what, AR square, plus this becomes AR cube, and so on. The last term will be equal to what, A into R power of n minus 1 into R, you get A into R power of n, right. Take it as equation 2. So now, let me subtract equation 2 from 1. 2 from 1, what do you get? Sn minus R minus Sn minus 1, Sn minus R into Sn. So, you get this Sn minus R into Sn is equal to, here A you get here, AR square and so on, that get cancelled, and also AR power of n minus 1 is the previous term, the preceding term is what, AR power of n minus 1, A into R power of n minus 1. So, both they get cancelled. The remaining thing is, yes, this one, you mean A into R power of n. Okay, hope you got this. All the terms get cancelled except A and AR power of n. So, A minus of this. So, I am going to take Sn outside. So, Sn into 1 minus R is equal to A into, so 1 minus R power of n. So, Sn gives, Sn is equal to A into 1 minus R power of n whole divided by 1 minus R. This gives the sum of n terms of the geometric progression, sum of n terms of the geometric progression. So, where n is number of terms, a is the first term and r is the common ratio of the geometric progression. In this case, whenever r is equal to 1, here we have three cases. Case 1, when r is equal to 1, when r is exactly equal to 1, we take, yes, let me substitute in place of r, equal to 1. What happens? Sn gives Sn equal to, so a plus and so on a. R is 1, 1 minus 1, 0, r power is 1. So, you get n times of a, so Na becomes the sum. N into a will be the sum when r is equal to 1. In the second case, when r is greater than 1, we take this relation. You mean Sn is equal to a into 1 minus r power of n by, sorry, this is when r less than 1. This is when r less than 1, we take this 1 minus r. The same way, when r greater than 1, we take the sum as a into r power of n minus 1 divided by r minus 1. Both are same. Take a minus n outside and get cancelled, you get the same thing. So, this is what the summation of n terms of a geometric progression. So, these are the formulae used to find the sum of n terms of geometric progression. Now, so this is what Sn is equal to a into general formula. Sn is equal to a into 1 minus r power of n divided by 1 minus r gives the sum of n terms of the geometric progression. Now, this is what sum of n terms. So, therefore, sum of n terms of geometric progression is equal to Sn is equal to a into 1 minus r power of n divided by 1 minus r. This gives the sum of n terms of geometric progression. Suppose if the number of terms are infinite, I mean if the terms are a comma ar square and ar cube and so on, if we have infinite number of terms, then what will be the sum of infinite terms of a GPU? Now, for that, let me take an example. I am going to take an example, let 1 comma 2 by 3 comma 4 by 9, okay, and so on. This is of course a GP with the first term 1 and the common ratio is what 2 by 3 by 1, that is what 2 by 3. This is common ratio. Let me find the sum of n terms for this. So, what do you get? Sn is equal to Sn is a into, so a is what 1 into 1 minus r power of n, so that is 2 by 3 whole power of n by, so 1 minus r. So, what do you get here? 3 into, yes, 3 into 1 minus 2 by 3 whole power of n. What is n actually? Number of terms. This is for n number of terms. Suppose if n becomes bigger and bigger, you mean if n approaches to infinity, you mean if n approaches infinity, in the sense if n becomes bigger and bigger, suppose here we have n, if n is 1, it is 2 by 3, of course, if n is 2, 2 by 3 whole square, I mean if n is 3, if n is 4, if n is 5, what happens to 2 by 3 power of n? It approaches to 0, right? 2 by 3 power of n will be approaching 0 when n is bigger and bigger and bigger, right? You can check this, okay? If n is bigger and bigger, even bigger, so 2 by 3 power of n becomes closer to 0. 2 by 3 power of n approaches, I mean it approaches to 0, you mean the value of this becomes closer and closer to the 0. So, what happens then? So, consequently Sn becomes what? 3. You mean 1 minus 0, we take it this, we can take it as 0. So, 3 into 1, that gives 0. And suppose see Sn is equal to what actually? A into 1 minus r power of n by 1 minus r. I am going to rewrite this one as A by 1 minus r minus 1 minus r power of n divided by 1 minus r. Sorry. So, minus r power of n A into r power of n by 1 minus r, right. So, I rewrite this one as A by 1 minus r minus A into r power of n by 1 minus r. So, same thing you get when you take the LCM. Now, n tends to infinity, when n tends to infinity, our 2 by 3, you mean r power of n approaches to 0. So, when r power of n approaches to 0, so this whole thing becomes, so a r power of n divided by 1 minus r tends to 0. So, now what do you get? Sn, then Sn approaches to a by 1 minus r, therefore, this when n approaches to infinity. Sn approaches to a by 1 minus r when n approaches to infinity, therefore, we take sum of infinite terms of GP as a by 1 minus r. This gives sum of n terms of the arithmetic progression, where a is the first term, r is a common ratio. By knowing these two, you can find sum of n terms of the arithmetic progression. See, by knowing a, you mean 1, 2 by 3, you can find the sum of infinite terms. So, S infinity is equal to what? A, what is what? 1 divided by 1 minus r, 2 by 3, of course, you get 3. This is what? Sum of infinite terms of a geometric progression is given by S infinity is equal to A divided by 1 minus r. Okay, this is about a sum of n terms and sum of infinite terms of a geometric progression. Now, let me discuss about geometric mean, same as arithmetic mean. In the last progression, you mean in the arithmetic progression, we have discussed about arithmetic mean, right. So, here also we are going to discuss the geometric mean. Geometric mean, we call it as GM. See, let us take an example. Let me take 3 numbers 3, 9 and 27. Yes, these 3 are in GP, right. So, where first term is A, I mean 3, and the common ratio is 9 by 3, that is what 2, sorry 3. So, here we have A is 3 and R is also 3, right. So, you observe here, observe the relation between these three numbers. Yes, 9 is equal to 3 into 27. So, they are not equal. If I square this, observe here, now 9 square is equal to 3 into 27. This happens, you mean whenever 3 numbers are in GP, in general, when A, comma G and B are in AP, then G square is always is equal to A into B, or I can write G is equal to root of AB. So, this is a relation, I mean this is a relation between the numbers when they are in GP. You mean we call G as a geometric mean of the 2 numbers A and B. When 3 numbers A, G, B are in GP, then this G is called as geometric mean of these 2 numbers, right. Geometric mean we call as GM of these 2 numbers, and it is given by G is equal to root of AB, or G square is equal to A into B. This is the relation. Hope you got it, right. So this gives what? The relation between the three numbers when three numbers are in GP. G is equal to root of AB. Now let me discuss a relation between GM and AM. You mean geometric mean and arithmetic mean, right? So let us take arithmetic mean of two numbers A and B is given by A is equal to A plus B by 2, and geometric mean of the same numbers is given by root of AB. Now, so I am going to find A minus G. What do you get? A is what? A plus B by 2 minus this is root of AB. Now what do you get? To is LCM, A plus B minus 2 times of root AB. Root AB I am going to write root A into root B. Now the numerator can be written as root A minus root B whole square, right, by 2. This is root A whole square plus root B whole square minus 2 into A into B. Okay. So now your numerator is positive, right? For any A and B, this gives positive thing. So divided by 2. I mean numerator can be 0 also. So this can be always, this is always greater than or equal to 0. Okay. This can never be negative, right? Because we have square of the numerator by 2. So therefore, A minus G is always greater than or equal to 0, or I can write this one as A is greater than or equal to G. You mean arithmetic mean of two numbers A and B. Arithmetic mean of two numbers A and B is always greater than or equal to geometric mean of the same numbers A and B. This is the most important relation we are going to use in the competitive exams. So A is greater than or equal to G. You mean arithmetic mean of any two numbers is always greater than or equal to the geometric mean of the same numbers. Okay. So this is the relation between AM and GM. Okay. This is about the relation between geometric mean and arithmetic mean. Now let me move on to the exercise 9.3. So exercise 9.3. Let me discuss some problems related to GP. Exercise 9.3. Let me write the first problem. First problem is like this. Find the 20th term. Students, for the purpose of final examination, GP is more important than AP. Okay. Find the 20th and nth term and the terms of the GP, geometric progression 5 by 2, 5 by 4, 5 by 8 and so on. Yes, this is of course the GP with the first term is 5 by 2 and ratio is what? 5 by 4 by 5 by 2 it gives I think 2 I think, see. Yes, the solution. Here we have A is 5 by 2, first term is 5 by 2 and R is A2 by A1. Let me write 5 by 4 by 5 by 2, that is that can be written as 5 by 4 into 2 by 5. So it gives 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 is the common ratio, right. So what do you have to find? 20th and nth terms of the GP. So 20th term, so you mean A20 is given by A20 is A into R power of 19, right, n minus 1, you mean 20 minus 1. This gives A is what? 5 by 2 into R is what? 1 by 2 power of 19. So, or you can write this is 5 by, so 2 by 2 power of 20. So, this is your 20th term. Of course, by looking at the GP you can say, so this is 5 by 2 power of 1 first term, 5 by 2 power of 2 second term, 5 by 2 power of 3 third term, and so on. So, you get 5 by 2 power of 20 will be the 20th term, that is it. Now, and nth term is what, and therefore, and hence your nth term is equal to, nth term is given by a into r power of n minus 1. You mean, yes, what is the nth term? So, 5 by 20 power of n, this is nth term, okay. Or by substituting this you can write, yes, what is a? A is what? 5 by 2 into r is what? R is 1 by 2 power of n minus 1, right. So, this can be written as 5 by, right. So, 5 by 2 power of n, you mean 1 plus n minus 1. So, 2 power of n minus 1 into 2 power of 1, 2 power of n, 1 power of anything is 1 only, no. So, 2 power of n minus 1 into 2 power of 1, so 2 power of 1 plus 1 minus 1, so you get what? 5 by 2 power of n. This gives the nth term of this geometric progression. Okay, let us move to second question. Find the 12th term of a GP. Find the 12th term of a GP. Find the 12th term of a GP whose 8th term is, whose 8th term is 192, and the common ratio is two. Yes, find the 12th term of a GP whose 8th term is given, that is 192, and the common ratio is 2. You need to find 12th term, right? Given what 8th term is given, so A8 is 192 and common ratio is given, that is 2. What do you have to find? So, 12th term we have to find. So, to find any number of any term, so you need two things. One is common ratio and the first term. Common ratio is given. So, let me find first term using this data. So, A8, you mean what? This is 8th term is what? AR power of 7, that is equal to 192. So, this gives A into R is 2, no? So, 2 power of 7 is equal to 192. Then A is equal to 192 divided by 2 power of 7. So, what is 192 actually? So, let me write the factors. 192, yes. So, 2 4s are 8s are, so 2 2s are 12s are, you get 6 are, 2 3s are. You mean 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2, you mean 1 2 3 4 5 6. So, I can write this as 192 as 2 power of 6 into 3 by 2 power of 6 into 2, you mean 2 power of 7 I have rewritten as 2 power of 6 into 2. So 2 power of 6 get cancelled. So you get a is 3 by 2. That's for the first term of the this geometric progression. A is 3 by 2 and R is 2, even combination is 2. So you have to find 12th term. So A12 is equal to A into R power of 11. So A is what? 3 by 2 into R is what? 2 power of 11. Or you can write this as S 3 into I can write this one as 2 power of 10. So 2 power of 10 or 3 into 2 power of 10 is 1024, right? So 3172. So 3172 is what your 12th term actually. Okay. Three zero seven two. Okay, this is how finding. So the 12th term using 8th term. Okay, let us move on to third question. Third question is like this. The 5th, 8th and 11th terms of a GP. The 5th, 8th and 11th terms of a GP are P, Q and S, small letters P, Q and S respectively. Show that Q square equal to PS. Q square is equal to PS, a simple one. Given, what is given actually? 5th, 8th and 11th terms. So 5th term, you mean A5 is given. What is this? A5 is A into R power of 4 equal to P. 5th term is P, right? 8th term, that is what A8 is equal to A into R power of 7, that is equal to Q, and 11th term, that is A into R power of 10 is equal to S. Okay. Now look at the relation. Q square should be equal to PS, right? So Q square is equal to what actually? Q is what? Yes, here we have Q. Q is A into R power of 7. A into R power of 7, right? Whole square. So what do you get? A square into R power of 14, right? Now A square into R power of 14, I am going to rewrite this as A into R power of 4 into A into R power of, right, 10. So A into A square, R power of 4 into R power of 14, 10 is R power of 14. So this is what A R power of 4 is what? So P. This is Q. Sorry, yes. Proved. So Q square is equal to PS. Proved. Simple one. let me move to question number 4. The fourth term of a GP is the fourth term of a GP. The fourth term of a GP is the square of its second term, is square of its second term. Comma, and the first term is, and the first term is, first term is minus 3. Determine its seventh term. Determine its seventh term. The fourth term of a GP is square of its second term. Fourth term of a GP is square of its second term, and the first term is minus 3. Determine its seventh term, right? Okay. Given. What is given? Fourth term of a GP. Yes, A4 is equal to square of its second term. You mean A square whole square, and first term is what? A is equal to minus 3. So what you have to find? Seventh term you have to find. This is given thing. Okay, what is A power of 4? I mean fourth term. Sorry, A into R cube is equal to. So second term is what? A into R whole square, right? For a GP, AR cube is the fourth term, AR is the second term, right? Now, this gives what? A into R cube is equal to A square into R square. So A get cancelled, R square get cancelled. The remaining thing is R is equal to A. You mean both the first term and the common ratio become equal to minus 3 because R is given. Sorry, first term is given. So R is also now minus 3. R and A both are equal to minus 3. Yes, as I told you before, to find any term, we need two things. I mean two values. One is A and another is R. So both we have got now. So your seventh term. Therefore, seventh term is A into R power of 6. That is, A is what? Minus 3. R is what? Minus 3 whole power of 6. So minus 3 into, so 3 power of 6. So 3 power of 6 is what? 3 is a 9, 9 3 is a 27, 81, 3 is a 243 and 729, right? So 7 plus 729 because we are multiplying negative sign even number of times. So it gives what? Minus 3 into this. So minus 2187, right? So minus 2187 is your yes. What is that? Seventh term. So seventh term of this GP is minus 2187. Okay, so this is how finding seventh term. Okay. let us move on to the question number 5. Which term of the following sequences? Which term of the following sequences first one A 2 comma 2 root 2 4 and so on is 128. Here we have a GP, a first term is 2 and the common ratio is what? 2 root 2 by 2, you get root 2. And which term of the sequence is 128? So 120 is a term of the sequence. It comes somewhere. It may be 11th term, 14th term. We don't know. 120 is a part of this. You mean is a term of a sequence, a given sequence, but we don't know which term it is. It may be 19th term, 20th term, whatever, 10th term, 5th term. We don't know. So which term of this following sequence is 198? We have to find, 128 is which term of the sequence, right? Okay, for that, let nth term of this GP, let 128 be the nth term. Let me assume this is the nth term, right? Nth term. Okay. So now what do you get? So an is equal to 128. Okay. What is an? A into r power of n minus 1 is equal to 128. Okay. So now what is A? A is given. So A is 2. R is what? 2 root 2 by 2. So you get root 2. So R is root 2, right? A2 by A1. So A is what? 2 into R is what? Root 2 power of n minus 1 is equal to 128. So 128 is what? 2 power of, so 2 to the 8, sorry, 2 to the 4, 4 to the 8, 16, 32, 64, yes, 128. So 128 is what? 2 power of 7 actually. Yes. Now I am going to rewrite this as 2 into 2 power of, so 2 power of 1 by 2 whole power of n minus 1. So root 2 is nothing but 2 power of 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 whole power of n minus 1. So what do you get? 2 power of 1 by 2 whole power of n minus 1 is 2 power of, right, n minus 1 by 2 is equal to 2 power of 7. Or you can write 2 power of n minus 1 by 2 is equal to 2 power of 6. Or you can write, so from this you can write n minus 1 by 2 is equal to 6. So n minus 1 is equal to 12. So n is equal to 13. You mean 13th term of this GP is 128. Right? Okay, let us move on to the question number, second sub. You mean which term of the sequence root 3, comma 3, 3 root 3 and so on is 729. You mean the same as before. Which term of the sequence is 729? You mean 729 is a term of the sequence. It comes somewhere. You mean it may be 12th term, 5th term, 20th term, whatever we don't know. So we have to find which term of the sequence is 720. Let me same as before. Let nth term of this GP is 729. Okay, this gives an is equal to 729. You mean a into r power of n is 729. So r I can write 3 power of 6. 3 power of 6 is 729. So what is a? A is root 3. R is what? 3 by root 3. So you get root 3. 3 can be written as root 3 into root 3. So root 3 into root 3 whole divided by root 3 is root 3. Now what is a? A is root 3. R is what? Again root 3 power of n minus 1 is equal to 3 power of 6. So 3 power of 1 by 2 into 3 power of n minus 1 by 2 is equal to 3 power of 6. So what do you get? 3 power of 1 by 2 or 3 power of 1 plus n minus 1 by 2, right? I am adding these two, gives 3 power of 6. So you get, one get cancelled. So 3 power of n by 2 is equal to 3 power of 6. Hence n by 2 is equal to 6. So n is equal to so 12th. So 12th term of this GP is 729. That's it. Yes. Now, sub question 3, that is C. Which term of the sequence 1 by 3, 1 by 9, 1 by 27 and so on is 1 by 19,683. Which term of the sequence 1 by 3, 1 by 9, 1 by 27 and so on is 1 by 19,683. Students, you observe here, first term is what? 1 by 3 power of 1. Second term is what? 1 by 3 square. Third term is what? 1 by 3 power of 3 and so on. So this is what? Some multiple of 3. So let me find this, let me find the factors, number of factors of 3. I mean, yes, by 3. Yes, we get 3 2s are, this is 3 1s are, 3 2s are 6, right? 3 1s are, so 26, so 21, so 3, yes. Yes, this is what 729 is same, nothing but 3 power of 6, right? So 3 power of 6 into 3 power of 3. 729 is 3 power of 6, right? So 3 power of 6 into 3 power of 3 gives 3 power of 9. So you can easily write 1 by 3 power of 9 is the what? If it is first term, if it is second term, if it is third term, then this will be the ninth term of the sequence. That's it. Because for first term we have 3 power of 1, second term 3 power of 2, third term 3 power of 3, so ninth term 3 power of 9. That's it. So R I can find by using A and R. So A is 1 by 3, R is 1 by 9 by 1 by 3. So what do you get 1 by 9 by 1 by 3? So you get 3, right? So 1 by 9 into 3 by 1, so that is what 1 by 3. Okay, so 1 by 3, A is 1 by 3, R is also 1 by 3. Now your let me take, this is nth term of the sequence, so AN is equal to, so 1 by 3 power of 9, right? Or A, that is A into R power of n minus 1 is equal to 1 by 3 power of 9. What is A? A is 1 by 3 into 1 by 3 power of n minus 1 is equal to 1 by, or you get, so 1 by 3 power of 1 plus n minus 1, adding the powers n minus 1 into 3 power of 1 gives 1 by 3 power of 9. So you get 1 by 3 power of n is equal to 1 by 3 power of 9. So this gives n is equal to 9. So your ninth term is 1 by 19,683. That's it. Let me move a sixth question. Sixth question is like this: for what values of x, for what values of x, for what values of x, the numbers minus 2 by 7, x minus 7 by 2 are in GP. For what values of x? X is some number we do not know. I mean x must be what? Question is, for what value of x these three are in GP? That is the question. We do not know whatever x. Now let minus 2 by 7, x minus 7 by 2 are in GP. Okay. So now by using geometrical mean definition, what x is equal to, this gives x square is equal to product of these two, minus 2 by 7 into minus 7 by 2. So you get what? 1 plus 1. So x square is equal to plus 1. This gives x is equal to plus or minus 1. You mean these three numbers are in GP only when x is either plus or minus 1, plus 1 or minus 1. Okay. So these three numbers become, these three numbers are in GP only when x is either plus 1 or x is either minus 1. You can check this, right. Okay students, this is about part 6th of the chapter sequence and series. Now in the next session, let us continue the same from the from 7th question onwards, right. Okay. Thank you.